Hello and welcome back to another recording session for Shadow of Naju. Picking up on the previous recording session, which was maybe a couple weeks ago, I want to jump back into arcade mode and start a new run. The first run, if you remember back to the previous set of episodes, was not successful in that we didn't beat the game. I felt like I wasn't going to get through the last few stages, so I cut the run short. We'll go ahead and start a new run on arcade mode and see if we fare better now that we've learned a few things about how arcade mode works. So hold shift, hit start. Alright. Based on what we learned in the previous session, the key to doing well in arcade mode is maximizing score while minimizing damage taken, and also trying not to take too long time-wise. The three parameters that we're being graded on will determine the upgrades we get, and depending on how many runs I end up doing in the Let's Play, I won't go through the rules and parameters every time. I can sort of streamline the discussion and focus more on the strategy for doing well in each stage of the playthrough. I think when we ran through this the first time, one of the keys was not taking too long on this first stage, since there's a couple sort of mini-boss checkpoints as you proceed. And rather than sort of take my time, I'm going to try and be a little more aggressive while also trying not to take too much damage and get the score up, time down, and damage down as much as possible. Looking at the footage as I was editing Run 1, it definitely seemed like some of the momentum that we were lacking in the later stages could have been helped by doing better on the first couple levels. The challenging thing about this first zone before we have any power-ups is the Guardian is pretty underpowered. She has this base level gun, no secondary weapons, and as a result, it takes a while to kill things. But we'll see if my aggression here ends up biting me when it comes to my damage taken. We don't know, at least based on the run we've done so far, if the parameters are weighted or if they're equal. In other words, if there's more weight given to your time and your damage versus your raw score, that we don't know. So instead, I will just try and move through as efficiently as possible and take out as many enemies as I can while trying to avoid damage, and we'll see. It would also be a good chance to see if the upgrade rewards per level are set or if they're randomized. I don't remember exactly what we got in each of our stage bonuses at the end, but I have a rough idea, and I guess we'll see if we do better if they're randomized or set, especially if we end up doing better and getting better rewards. Definitely taking heavier damage on this first stage. I'm trying to get through the actual checkpoints faster, taking out all of the sections of the mini defense systems before we get to the end. They don't do a ton of damage, but it does add up when they're on screen. In between, what I'll try and do is make sure when I have these smaller, more manageable enemy waves that I'm taking out as many targets as possible to not sacrifice on the score. I know on the original TGL mode on the NES, it seemed like the stage rewards are based on set breakpoints, things like your score. I can't remember, since it's been a while, if they rated your damage and speed, though. I think it was just an overall end reward. I could be wrong. Again, it's been quite a while since I played through that arcade mode. I think we're making better time on the defense system here. Just the sheer amount of projectiles, I'm taking a lot of hits, though. Shouldn't be in danger of dying because the amount of projectiles means a lot of chance for item boxes. But we'll see if we can close this out, and we'll see how we do. Alright, score earned. Max score, that's good. Yeah, we took a huge hit on damage. But our time looks like it was maxed out. So that's 4 out of 5. Again, I don't remember exactly what I got on the first run per stage. We might have only gotten... We might have gotten 4. I don't think we got 5. So it looks like our damage continues to be a big factor. But I'm also going to take this time in run 2 to sort of experiment with our other secondary weapons. Looking at the footage as I was editing everything, it's very possible that I was sleeping on some of the weapons that could be useful. Things like the shockwave here, I'll try and experiment with, especially depending on the order of our upgrades that we get. I need to remember to keep my main cannon on fire too, so we're essentially doubling our damage up. Fortunately, the shockwave at level 1 is not too expensive chip-wise, so we could pretty much spam it and not have to worry about depleting our chip stock too quickly, as long as we get power-ups every once in a while. I guess I can hold it down. Doesn't seem like the rate of fire is too much quicker if I'm rapidly pressing it versus just holding the button down for both primary and secondary weapons. Manually pressing is making my thumb tired. Could use that. Alright, this is Green Optimon? Or Green Marlboro? Yeah. Being able to destroy the thorn projectiles with the shockwave is handy, as well as keeping up damage. Alright, assuming we didn't take a hit on time, that should be a decent grade. I think I avoided damage a little bit better that particular round. We'll find out. Alright, max score. That's good. Much better on damage. And we took a slight hit on time. But we got 4 out of 5 again. Got life, grenade, shield, two-way directional shot. Okay. If we can keep up and consistently get 4 out of 5, I think we'll be in pretty good shape compared to the first run. I know in the next couple stages we lost a handful of upgrades just to getting lower ratings overall. At some point it dipped down to, I think, 2 or 1. It'll be interesting to see if we end up scoring better on these earlier levels, if it gets us enemy erasers earlier too. I feel like we got them fairly late in the previous run. Still lacking a piercing weapon makes it difficult to cut through all those heavy clouds enemies. Alright, this one's the bug? Yeah. getting hit. Oh, come on. Ah. I think I went a little too aggressive. I'm trying to take the boss down quickly